What's going on, everybody? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Go, and we've got a few goals today. Our first goal is to get ourselves a shiny Remoraid today. As you can see, we are next to the ocean in the game, and Remoraid really likes the ocean/water habitats, and unfortunately, where I live, we don't really get that too much, so this is probably my best chance to get one. And if we're lucky enough to get sunny weather today, I want to get myself a sunny, shiny Castform, because it is now officially in the game, and that has never been released in any other Pokemon game until this game, so that's very exciting. And of course, if we can get a Galarian Bird, that'd be great. So I'm gonna pop the Daily Incense now, because usually I do it later in the day, but I'm feeling let's switch it up a little bit. Let's do it earlier in the day and see if we get lucky with something cool. But it looks like our first spawn is a Zigzagoon. Fantastic. So far the Daily Incense spawns haven't been too great, but we do have our first wild Remoraid of the video, and it's not a purple one, unfortunately. It's the last Gen 2 shiny. I need to complete the shiny dex, and technically I need 2 of them to get the Octillery as well, but I'm sure it's gonna happen. At least hopefully it'll happen. So we only have like a minute left on the daily, and of course my eggs started hatching, which is weird. I didn't even get the prompt for it. I just clicked on a thing and all of a sudden they started hatching. But our first one's a Volibee. I should also mention we only have 11 of these, but what do we got here? Pawniard, please just be blue. The third one, another Pawniard. It's eventually gonna happen, right? Well, not with that one. I wanna say this is number 5, Sandile. Always down with Sandile. Number 6, Pancham. 7's gonna be another Sandile. Ocho. Oh, Larvitar. Come on, 9. Nope. Well, I mean, I'm fine with that, but it's still not shiny. Number 10, it's a Pancham. And I do believe this is the final egg. Let's see what it gives us. A Scraggy. And of course, you already know the drill at this point. Let us see the IVs on these and see if we got anything really good, but oh man, so close. I really want a hundo this. Let's just keep going though and see what we got here, but it looks like the rest of these probably aren't going to be too amazing, but we are gonna keep going. Yeah, nothing too crazy there, but the Goku Bad Sandile is still pretty cool. And immediately after those eggs, it looks like we got 25 Pokemon, probably would have made it to 26 or 27, but none of them were overly that exciting, to be honest, so it is what it is. Let's keep hunting. Looks like there's another Remoraid exactly where the first one was, and it's also not purple and a 523. So this is really cool. We got a Mega Swampert raid from the other side of the world right now. Currently, I believe this is either New Zealand or Australia, but we got a Mega Swampert, which I believe is now the #1 water type in the game, as long as you have Hydro Cannon on it, and it's really cool to see it. Now, this is a water and ground type, so you want to use grass types. Grass types absolutely eviscerate the guy, and as you can see with 4 people, we're doing really good. So if you're worried about how hard these raids are gonna be, as long as you got a good team of grass types against this guy, you should be perfectly fine. And not even a quarter of time has passed, and we brought him down. And now that we have these Mega Raids, that means we can get shinies of this, so can we get a shiny Swampert right here? No, unfortunately not, but that would've been awesome. And now that we've caught it, let's take a look and see how good it is. It is a 1657, which means it's okay. You definitely want to get something better than that. And here we have a Mega Sceptile. This is a grass and dragon type, which means ice types are the best thing to use. Shadow Mamoswine's good, but as you can see, that Leaf Blade did a lot of damage because he's also part ground. Another thing you could use those dragons. Dragons pretty much will resist almost everything as long as he doesn't have Dragon Claw, and I believe his attack stat's pretty high, so if this thing did have Dragon Claw, it would probably destroy your dragons fast. But as you can see, we took this one down faster than we did the Swampert, so that's actually pretty good. And sadly, no shiny Sceptile. And last but certainly not least, we have Mega Blaziken here. Now this is a fire and fighting type, which means psychic types are more than likely the best thing to use because we have Shadow Mewtwo's, we have a whole bunch of Mewtwo's in general with Ice Strike. But if you really want to use water types, Mega Swampert with Hydro Cannon, we've been getting a lot of those lately, so you could use that if you have the energy. Or you could use flying type. Somebody's using Shadow Moltres in here, and that could have Sky Attack, which would be really good because again, being a fighting type means that flying types do extra damage. But sadly, it doesn't have a dual weakness like the other two, so it might take a little longer to bring down, but this is more attack focused, so you might actually take them out pretty quickly. In fact, I want to say that this one took about as much time as the Mega Sceptile did. I think Swampert's the tankier of the 3. Now let's see if we get a shiny Blaziken on our first one. We do not, unfortunately. It's a little darker. It doesn't change too much, but it is noticeable. Just realized I forgot to check the Sceptile and the Blaziken. Let's take a look. This one's actually pretty decent, and the Blaziken is not as good. So unfortunately right now it's partially cloudy weather, which means Pidgey is dominating the landscape. I haven't been able to find a Remoraid in probably like 2 hours, but I did find a weather boosted shiny. We got a Fletchling. I know it's a calm day Pokemon, but I'm still happy to see it. And maybe this will be a good one for PvP or possibly even a Shundo. It is weather boosted. That doesn't really guarantee it, but it does raise the chances by just a little bit, so you never know. Well, let's see it right here right now. What are you? You are, it's all right, but still cool to get it. So as you can see, there's just a lot of Pidgeys everywhere. I'm even incensing them. This partially cloudy weather is just not good for Remoraid hunting. I'm hoping I'll see a couple more, but it's still been quite a while since I've seen one. But I am getting a lot of Mega Raids from the other side of the world, and hopefully I'll be able to join this one, but they only had like 15 seconds, so I bet you anything that this thing's gonna be full. It's... Oh, wow, we actually made it in. That is very surprising. I really thought it was gonna be too full. And now we're in a truck, but Ivan's not in here yet, but we'll be seeing Ivan probably really soon. But hey, look, it's Justin! gonna die. We just got done looking at the ocean and watching this giant wall of death approach us. It was a lot of rain, but check it out. I got my first shiny Mega. I got the Sceptile, which is actually my favorite out of all of them. And it's a 1550, which is a lot bigger than the most of them that I've seen. So maybe we got a good one here. This should be an auto catch unless we're going too fast, but I don't think we are. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. I think the speed cap's about like 60 something in order for us not to be able to enter raids and catch things, but we caught it, so it doesn't matter. Let's see though, 1550 is a 151410. So not the best, but all things considered, really cool. I've wanted to see a shiny Mega for a while, and I got my favorite one, so I'm really happy about that. And a couple raids later, we got the shiny Swampert. It's a 2064. I don't believe that's good, unfortunately, just because I've gotten a couple 2070 somethings, so sad to say it's probably not the best, but I don't care. This is probably the best looking shiny out of all of them, as long as I can hit it. There we go, we got it. Once you hit it, you do get it when it comes down to a raid, unless you're moving too fast in a vehicle, unlike wild spawns, which can run on you. A lot of people like to say that they're guaranteed in the wild. They're not. You can have them run on you, and it feels real bad. But let's see what a 2064 gives us. It is a, yeah, 13, 10, 12. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get that Blaziken today, too. That'd be awesome. And here's another shiny Sceptile. This is amazing. Apparently, a lot of people are reporting that these things' shiny rates are pretty high right now, which is cool, especially because, like, I thought it was only supposed to be during your event time when you were getting the boost, but maybe it's because I'm remoting to those areas. I'm not quite sure. Also, the amount of XL rare candies we're getting from remote raids is crazy. I believe this one's only slightly better than my last one. Yeah, 15, 14, 11 instead of the 15, 14, 10. That's actually really funny. Just for a quick second, I want to show you something. Yeah, we're at 69 XLs. I started the day with like 50. That's actually really good and pretty nice. And another shiny Swampert, but this one's better, 1677, so maybe this one will actually be worth Mega evolving. Unfortunately, most of the ones I have that are shiny are not good, and I'd like to have a good one, so, you know, in the end of the day, as long as this has 15 attack, this might be my Mega Swampert. But let's take a look. 1677 is going to be 14, 15, 11. So close. Still cool, though. I might do a few more raids before I choose to Mega, though. So we've come back to the apartment now. I'm showing him Too Many Cooks by Adult Swim.
Too Many Cooks!
Yeah. So I just got a shiny.
I hate it.
Yeah, well, you're gonna love this. Look what I just got.
A Shundo?
I got a Shundo Swampert.
Oh, no way.
I got a Shundo from a raid. This is my first ever raided Shundo.
And it only took you 6 years.
Only 6 years! That's something!
And how much money?
If you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, please do. We're trying to hit 100,000 before the end of the year, and we're getting very, very close. And who knows, in the next video, we might end up getting another Shundo because our Mega Raid Day happens tomorrow. And imagine if we get a Sceptile or a Blaziken Shundo as well. That would be insanity. I'm really glad this glitch is happening right now. Coex Shiny Hunter, you are the one who gave me my first ever Raid Shundo. Thank you so much for the invite. Well, I guess there's only two things left to do, really. First thing is, we're powering this guy all the way up. It's gonna be a 3362 at level 50. Of course, we're making a Shundo a level 50. I cannot believe it. I really wish I recorded myself catching it. I knew that the number was high, but again, I didn't want to pause the thing because I didn't, you know, think it was actually gonna be that good.
Too many cooks!
I don't feel sorry about that.
I hate it.
I'm glad. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna Mega Evolve this guy. He's gonna be a 4975, almost 5,000 CP. Let's freaking do it and make a Shundo Mega Dex entry. I think this might be the second time that's ever happened. I think I did it with Mega Altaria because of Community Day, but look at that Mega. That looks so good as a shiny. I mean, honestly, it looks kind of weird with his big buff arms and everything like that, but I am just so happy. What do you think of that, huh?
Let me see the beefcake.
Yeah. What do you think, huh?
Hey, click him, click him.
Oh, wow, that's actually kind of cool.
Something cool.
What do you think? He was gonna like smack his arms together or something?
I thought he was gonna do like a chest pound or something.
Admittedly, that'd be cool if he did some like big gorilla thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the Adult Swim thing and getting me a Shundo, I guess.
I hate you for it.
There he is as our buddy, and we are definitely going to best buddy this in the future. There's no way we're not going to do that, because I think at level 51, he might actually hit 5,000 CP, which would be amazing. From what I've seen, this is going to be an insanely good water type, so I cannot believe that we got a Shundo of him. I wanted to get it during the Community Day Classic, where the Mudkips returned, and I didn't get lucky, so the fact that we got it from a raid, literally, I cannot believe it. My first ever raid Shundo, and I've done tons of raids, so the fact that we got it is amazing. And the cool thing as well about it is that, like, you don't know the CP from a Mega Evolution until you're done with the raid and you're actually encountering the Pokemon. Because once the CP counts down and everything, it doesn't actually land on the correct number, so yeah, this was a complete surprise to me. I can't believe it, seriously. This is amazing. When it comes down to doing these Mega Raids, I would say go for it if you bought the ticket for sure, because if you bought the ticket, you actually get extra chances at rare XL candy. And I thought it was just gonna be in-person raids, but apparently they are for every single raid, so that's amazing, and I've gained about 20-something rare XLs from probably about 50 raids, so that's a really good roll, and some of them actually gave me like 2 rare XL candies, so I would highly recommend you do at least a few raids for sure. As for Mega Sceptile and Mega Blaziken, we will do those in the next video. I want to see how we do with these next upcoming raids, because again, we could get lucky and get another Shundo, and I'd love to get more Shundo Dex entries, so for right now, we're going to hold off on doing that. But with that being said, we are going to wrap up the video here, and if you want to see some more of my content, you should definitely check out this video right here. But with that being said, I hope to see you in the next one.